Hey, welcome to Generation X3. I'm your host, John C. Dvorak. I, a boomer, discuss modern topics with three millennials, and today's topic will be, can you get a job in today's market if you're a millennial? Eddie?
Yes, you absolutely can get a job.
So everyone can get a job?
If you're skilled,
Skilled at what?
what you like to do.
And, Andre, you say no.
I don't think everybody can get a job. It's just the market is not there right now.
Yeah, well, obviously, I mean,
And you
there's
can be
unemployment rate, so
overqualified.
that means not everyone can get a job.
But let's say during the break we were talking about you can go work for Starbucks and blah, blah, blah. Let's say I finish my school. I can't even go work for Starbucks, or maybe I could, but I'm most likely going to be overqualified for a lot of bullshit.
Yeah?
So you won't get the job if you're overqualified. I think it's difficult to get a job. I graduated in May and got a job in November. And I was actively looking the whole time, and I even applied here multiple times. It wasn't until I knew someone here that was able to get my foot in the door to get me a job.
So you waited for 9 months after graduation.
I didn't wait. I looked actively.
Oh, you looked and looked and looked and looked, and then you couldn't even get a job unless you had inside somebody. So in other words, you needed to know somebody. You needed to network to get a job. How about you? You started off as an intern, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly, yeah. And when I started here, I went back to being an intern from actually having a very good full-time job before that. Because yes, the job market is tough, but you have to do what you have to do to actually be employed.
What if you were unemployed right now? What would you do?
I'd be in Costa Rica surfing.
Okay.
How would you make money?
I'd be a bartender in Costa Rica. I'd be renting surfboards in Costa Rica.
Why Costa Rica?
I don't know, because if I can't get a job in the United States, might as well enjoy yourself.
But people won't be coming to Costa Rica to give you any money if they don't have any
you been
money.
to Costa Rica?
Whatever.
There's more tourists in Costa Rica than Costa Rica knows what to do with. But that doesn't really matter anyways.
So what about what is the average? Do you know anyone who's unemployed?
I know one person who's unemployed.
Of all the people you know.
Of my good friends, I know one person, yes, who does not have a job, and he's going to school to study acupuncture right now during his time of unemployment, which is probably also somewhat signifies his lifestyle of why he doesn't have a job, because he's usually, when he's not practicing acupuncture, he's like hanging out in the woods smoking pot and other stuff that
How does he pay for the school he's going to?
He's on unemployment. He was laid off from a job as a bartender, so he's living on unemployment and going to school on government loans to study acupuncture. He says he's sponsored by the government.
Do you know anybody that's unemployed?
No.
You know nobody who's unemployed? Wow. Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah.
And they're all employed?
All my friends are employed.
Huh. And good paying jobs?
Yeah.
What about yourself?
No.
You don't know anybody who's unemployed?
Well, they're in school or no, if they're out there.
So we have a full employment going on amongst the millennials, apparently.
So this is
You guys work cheap or what?
No.
You don't even know what.
This is the thing. It's a giant. Yes, it's a tough job market out there, but I mean, as long as you like pay your dues and you keep working away at it, there's plenty of opportunity out there. I feel.
You just have to know the right people.
Yeah, you got to network a lot.
So you think networking is the key to success?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think it's skills at all. It's all networking.
You don't think that, so you think that people that are smart social media types maybe have an advantage? Do you think that's a possibility?
Well, see, that's why I spend 7 out of 8 hours at work on Facebook, because I'm networking.
Why? You already have a job.
Always be prepared. I was a great Boy Scout.
So do you believe
No,
Facebook and
I don't use Facebook.
You don't. Well, how do you network? Do you just network at bars?
Yeah, that's why I spend so much time
If
at
that's
bars.
networking,
That doesn't
then
I think it's kind of networking.
yeah, but no, what happens
Old
to
school.
him?
Oh yeah, well that's true. So what do you do for your networking skills? Do you do Facebook? Do you have use Twitter? Use anything other than
I pretty much just go to events,
like what?
like events that companies put on.
Companies put on events. You mean parties?
Yeah, but there's like networking companies around the Bay Area that put on events for people to meet and mingle.
Mixers.
Mixers.
So it's fun.
Isn't those generally designed for people to date? Looking for like a boyfriend?
I don't think so.
When you go to mixers, do you try and meet people that are of your same age, or do you like immediately gravitate toward like Dvorak?
Why would she gravitate toward me?
Well, because
Look at that guy. I think I'm going to chat him up because he'll get me a job. I don't
yeah,
think so.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
No, usually it's younger people that go to these events.
Yeah,
So-
you know, I go to them. I have been to a couple of these occasionally, and I go and I look around. I go, gee, and I leave immediately. I'm out of there faster than you can imagine. And it's usually a bunch of typically you run into these groups, and there's always a bunch of there's a lot of phonies in these mixers, and they're all showing off and they're talking the big game, and it's kind of creepy. I get creeped out by them.
It's absolutely creepy.
You've been to them.
Oh yeah, I go 5 days a week.
You don't go to 5 days a week.
He's such a liar.
Have you ever been to these things?
No.
You never go to
What
any
do you?
mixers.
So what do you do for social networking?
I have recently noticed that the best way for me to meet people is to go on dates with them, and then when that doesn't work out, we're just friends.
You
And
expect to get a job that way?
you never know.
It probably gets a job, but it's not what you're thinking. That'll be it for this episode of Generation X3.